Washington's clear-thinking headquarters. The Morning Majority, 5 to 9 on 630 WMAL.
8:37 on a rainy Tuesday morning in Washington. This is the Morning Majority. Brian Eman, Mary Walter in this morning. Larry Kudlow from CNBC, host of the Kudlow Reports. You can watch from 7 o'clock CNBC. Also host of The Call, 11 this morning on CNBC. And a host of the Larry Kudlow Show, heard here on WMAL Saturdays at 7 p.m. Good morning, Larry.
Brian, Mary.
I know that you said you want the Republicans to have a pro-growth message. You've been beating that drum for quite some time. I realize that we haven't seen the details of Paul Ryan's budget, the 2012 budget, but just from the framework that you've heard of, do you think it's pro-growth enough for Larry Kudlow?
I like it. I think it's very good. I mean, we'll get the details today, but
right.
The outline of this thing from the news shows and yesterday looks pretty good to me. I mean, I like the way it's being packaged as pro-prosperity, pro-growth. And I think it has, last night on the show I called it the essential free market capitalist model. It's got limited government. It's got lower tax rates. It's got free market incentives across the board. And I think it's great. It's going to be a tough thing to get through. But I think so far the unveiling of Ryan's package is very, very promising.
The marketing of it is almost as important as the message itself. I know that they spent quite some time on this. We talked about it this morning, Larry. Is this the first budget, the CR, this budget fight that we're having now, whether or not we're going to continue to fund the government or shut it down on Friday, and who wins and who loses on that? Can the Republicans win the political fight if the government is shut down, or do you think that the Democrats are going to take the day?
Well, I don't know if the Republicans win it, but I don't think they're going to lose it because I think it seems so clear the Democrats don't have a budget, they don't have a position, they don't have budget cuts. And all they do, like Senator Schumer and others, is run around calling Republicans extremists. And I think the public has caught on to that. The White House has basically been silent during this. So, no, I don't think the GOP gets blamed at all. That may have been the case 10, 15 years ago. It's not the case now. I have assumed, for better or worse, that they're going to get a CR on Friday. I just assumed that, and that the number is going to be pretty close to the original $33 billion number, but I don't have any particular information. But no, I think the Democrats have misbehaved. I don't think I'm being unduly partisan. I think polls show that. I just think reading the headlines show that. What's their offering? And Speaker Boehner, who has proven to be, I think, a very plain-spoken, crafty, put-it-out-there guy, he's had all these proposals, and nobody wants to go for them. Nobody wants to take them. It's real weird.
Going back to the Ryan's plan, no matter how well it's packaged, let's face it, Republicans don't package things as well as Democrats. Democrats are great at it. No matter how well they package it, Democrats are going to attack this as him attacking senior citizens. It's going to be an attack on Social Security. It's going to be an attack on the poor because it's an attack on Medicaid. In reality, it's really just revamping Social Security, and it doesn't affect anyone who's 55 or older. What do you say, though? I mean, the question's going to come up. What about people who are between 50 and 54 who have paid in their whole lives? Is it going to affect them? How is it going to affect them?
Oh, well, I don't know those details. I mean, that's just sliding scale stuff. I wouldn't fret about that.
Okay, but do you think that they're going to do harm, though, with attacking the plan, saying that they're going to package it as hurting seniors?
That's just demagoguery. I mean, you can say what you want to say. The Democrats are going to demagogue Medicare. Will it succeed? I don't know. I have a feeling the country is so annoyed and up in arms based on the last election at these massive deficits and debt and spending, and, by the way, the very sluggish recovery of the economy. So I can't predict that. Will the Democrats demagogue entitlement reform? Yeah, like does the sun rise tomorrow? Sure. There's no question that's going to happen. In terms of the details, there's a lot of look, it's not as though we're eliminating Medicare. Mr. Ryan better be pretty careful how he explains this thing, because when you read some of what I've read, it's actually going to be quite a lot of government assistance on a sliding scale from, wealthy down to not so wealthy, and it's going to be very progressive. So in that sense, all that's happening is you get a menu of choices, but the government will be heavily involved. But there may be some spending restraints like consumer price index limits and things of that sort. I think the key point here is to spend less and tax less. I think those are the bullets that the GOP, Mr. Ryan, have to really emphasize. That bringing the tax rates down to 25% for individuals and corporations is really pro-growth and pro-simplification and should be very popular, getting rid of loopholes. And I think the idea, I mean, I did some calculations based on some numbers I got yesterday. Under current government policies, we're going to spend about $46 trillion in the next 10